Many gold-bearing rivers have places where gravels have accumulated and proved to be rich in gold that were named Rich Bar. But the Rich Bar on the Feather River is actually California Historical Landmark number 337. Located in Plumas County, along Highway 70, the Feather River had many gold rush mining sites. The remains of this once booming community now lays pretty much hidden within the steep, serpentine canyon of the Feather River. A handful of residents still live here even after the destructive Dixie Fire that pretty much devastated most of the ruins of the bygone boomtown. Rich Bar was once home to over 1,000 people from all over the world. It produced nearly $9 million in gold, the first being found here in 1850. Some miners were lucky enough to find $3,000 chunks. Others took a few days. This was when gold was valued at $16 per ounce, versus today's $2,000 an ounce. 3 other smaller mining camps were located within a half-mile of Rich Bar, all sharing the same name to illustrate where gold was deposited by the river's flow. By combining the yield of Smith's Bar, Indian Bar, Missouri Bar, and several other even lesser-known camps, the total of the value of the gold discoveries was estimated to be $23 million by 1890. During its boom years, the residents of Rich Bar built sturdy cabins to live in. There were many makeshift canvas and dirt floor shelters too. Once the gold started rolling in, they expanded and built a couple board houses, as they were called, such as the Empire Hotel and several mercantiles. Dr. Fayette Clapp moved here and was the camp doctor, as injuries were very common here. The Shirley Letters from the California Mines in 1851 is a series of historic letters written between sisters between Rich Bar and Massachusetts that I highly recommend you read if interested in this particular history. The people of Rich Bar were of the sturdy and hardy type. The gold was plentiful and most found their wealth and left. Some turned into drunken gamblers and grew old here, never to return to their homes far away. Very few artifacts are left of what was once a thriving and bustling camp, and this spot is widely protected and looked after. I do not recommend you try to explore this place without permission. Old West rules still apply here. These men are miners at Rich Bar in 1900. In an 1851 issue of the Sacramento newspaper, it was reported that 50,000 men attempted to reach Rich Bar. The first men that infiltrated the upper parts of the Feather River did so at great peril from steep and rugged terrain, hostile Indians, and the threat of nasty winter weather. From Bidwell's Bar to Rich Bar is about 75 miles. Bodies of dead mules, dead stock, and hundreds of horses perished in the snow trying to get to Rich Bar. The bodies of 3 men were also found during one winter. Once you finally made it to Rich Bar, supplies were very limited and newcomers weren't welcomed. It was without a doubt the greatest crowd of wild-eyed gold seekers that has ever gathered into the same narrow canyon since gold was discovered. Rich Bar was cramped and crowded quickly after word got out about the abundance of the gold. Many left during the winter and a few stayed behind, enduring deep snow and hardly any provisions just to keep their foot on their claims. Rich Bar's cemetery still remains on a rugged hillside. A few of the gravestones are almost legible. There is a historic marker along Highway 70, on the opposite side of the river, and a gravel pullout where you can look out and almost see into the past. Comment if you have anything to add to this amazing little place in California's history. And as always, happy trails!